this is how an animal cell looks like. Let us see, observe the different parts that are there in the animal cell. So we're talking about animal cell. So firstly, let us talk about the most important thing in the cell, the director of the cell. Like the director is the most important person in a company, the nucleus is the most important organelle in the cell, right? So the nucleus is the director of the cell, okay? Nucleus is not just one thing, it is composed of various things. Like there is a nuclear pore, and the tiny pores that you can see are nuclear pore. There is a nucleolus inside, the inside thing that you see, you know, the whole, this whole is the nucleus, and inside this is a nucleolus. The tiny pores that you see, these are nuclear pores. Then just like cytoplasm, the fluid that is the liquid, that's the fluid that's basically there in the nucleus, that's called as nucleoplasm. Just like cytoplasm, in the nucleus there is the nucleoplasm, okay? So there is a nucleoplasm, and then what is the nucleus surrounded by? The envelope, that's called as a nuclear envelope or the nuclear membrane. So the nucleus is composed of these four things: nuclear pore, nucleolus, nucleoplasm, and nuclear envelope, that is nuclear membrane, okay? So that is the main part. Inside the nucleus, as you know, there is the genetic material present, right? And the genetic material is the one that decides the characteristics of that organism, right? The DNA. The DNA has got the genes. The genes will express and give different characteristics, different traits, different observable characters to any organism, right? So all this is there inside the nucleus, and hence the nucleus is called as the director of the cell. Next, we will be talking about energy. When we talk about energy, I would suggest mitochondria. Mitochondria, also called as the powerhouse of the cell, singular mitochondrion or plural mitochondria. You could see the bluish thing that you could see over here. This is mitochondria, okay? So mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell. One of the important process, life process, is respiration, which part of the respiration is done in the mitochondria. Respiration basically is the process wherein using the raw material, energy is obtained. Energy is obtained in the form, or synthesized. Energy is basically synthesized in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. That's the energy currency. This is done in the mitochondria. So mitochondria is also a very essential organelle of the cell. It makes energy, and energy is required for everything. For me to talk, for you to listen, for you to understand, for you to dream, for everything you require energy, and that energy is being produced by mitochondria. Then apart from that, then the next organelle that you see over here, that is endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, you could see, right? Like here, this is your nucleus, and the endoplasmic reticulum is like shown like a road. Yes, absolutely. Endoplasmic reticulum is nothing but just like it behaves, it acts, its task, its job is to be like, you know, transporting important things. So it's a road, okay? Things move from one organelle to another through the endoplasmic reticulum. Now endoplasmic reticulum is of two types. There is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and then there is rough endoplasmic reticulum. The one that has got ribosomes attached on it, like this one, here you see tiny blackish dots that are attached here on this endoplasmic reticulum, and hence we call it as a rough endoplasmic reticulum. On the contrary, this endoplasmic reticulum, which is again endoplasmic reticulum, no black tiny dots are attached here. Which are those black tiny dots? Are basically ribosomes, right? They are not attached here, so hence we call it as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Apart from that, you have the cytoplasm, wherein all the different organelles are suspended, right? You have the secretory vesicles that you could see over here. You see the Golgi apparatus. What is the Golgi apparatus here for? For packaging and distribution. So everything is packed well in the Golgi apparatus. We will, though, discuss the actual role and what exactly happens in the Golgi apparatus, right? Golgi apparatus is also a very important organelle of the cell. Apart from Golgi apparatus, there is peroxisomes like this embedded in the cytoplasm. There are centrosome, there are centrioles, then there are lysosomes. Lysosomes are also called as suicide bags or suicide bombs, right? When they explode, they will kill the cell, right? They've got like more than 30 acidic compounds in them, right? And when they explode, they will kill the cell, and cell will lyse and cell will die. Okay, so lysosomes, ribosomes next to the lysosomes, they are the site of protein synthesis. They are the places, they are the organelles wherein the proteins are synthesized. Okay, as we saw in the rough endoplasmic reticulum, that the ribosomes were attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. So the proteins will be synthesized and then they will be passed on through the endoplasmic reticulum. And then there are cilium or cilia for locomotion or for certain movements in the cell. Then there is a cell membrane, the doors which could be selectively permeable as well. The membranes of the cell could be selectively permeable, right? So cell membrane, which is in just an envelope, just like a nuclear envelope, there is cellular envelope or cell membrane. Okay, so all these are the different organelles in the animal cell. So we talked about all these organelles, like we started from nucleus, we talked about the different parts in the nucleus like nuclear pore, nucleolus, nucleoplasm, nuclear envelope. We talked about rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, the role of mitochondria, the figure as you can see in the mitochondria, the cytoplasm wherein all the organelles are suspended, secretory vesicles, Golgi apparatus, peroxisomes, centrosomes, centrioles, lysosomes, ribosomes, cilium, and the last but not the least, the cell membrane, which is there to protect the cell and keeps a watch on what is entering and what is leaving.